Well, hello. Today I want to show you a variety of ways of using your voice tone to communicate a message in what it is that you're wanting to say. For example, you can use your voice with a higher pitch like wow or yes, or you could use your voice with a low tone like no or done. You can also use a medium sound like okay or maybe or that's fine. So as you can hear, there are changes in the pitch. The pitch communicates meaning. So when we hear somebody's voice, we hear the certainty in it, or we hear the excitement in. For example, hello or wow, that has a higher pitch, it has much more of a higher energy. But if I say something like done, it's over, let's leave now, you can hear that it's coming to a closure. So therefore I'm saying it's over and it's out. Now when you don't have flexibility over your pitch, you may be failing to communicate the meaning of your message. I want to show you something else that you can do. For example, with the same phrase, I'm going to read these out. For example, I could say, I know the answer. And that would mean nobody else knows the answer. Or I could say, I know the answer. So in other words, I now know it because maybe studying has paid off. Or I could say, I know the answer. Perhaps that's a question like, am I supposed to know? Or you could have something like, I know the answer, but what's the question? Can you hear how the tone changes? So when we could be saying the same sentence over and over, but it could have a different meaning depending on how we express it. And the thing is that we are often locked into our voice tone, and people feel stuck by their voice tone because it's culturally picked up. Or perhaps it's influenced and you're not aware of it because you don't get to hear it back often unless you record yourself deliberately, or if somebody points it out. Similar to not knowing what your face looks like unless you look in a mirror perhaps. So another way I'm going to read something else is something like this. I did not say he lost the keys. So if it's not you, then who did say it? Or I did not say he lost the key. Maybe who wrote it? Or I did not say he lost the key, meaning it could be her. Or I did not say he lost the key, meaning maybe I gave it to him. Or I could say, I did not say he lost the keys, maybe he lost the car. Who knows? But you can hear the changes in the meaning of that sentence. Let's do another one on stressing phrases, that is, and stressing phrases when you want to really communicate something. Now this will be around, making maybe this cake phrase sound delicious or sound disgusting. For example, it's a dry cake, or it's a delicious cake. It's a stale cake. It's a gorgeous cake. It's a disgusting cake. Can you feel the energy in the language, even though I'm describing the cake? Another one here I can share with you is just listen to how I stress these words. How many guests were there? Stressing the word how. In this one, how many guests were there? Like many. How many guests were there? Can you hear me how I've stretched out the word guests? And how many guests were there? I'm stressing the word were. And then here, how many guests were there? So you can feel the movement and the change in the language. So the question for you today is, how do you feel about your speaking? Do you get to communicate these finer details to others? Are you conscious of them? Are you probably saying something in a way that is meaning something else to somebody else? So here I'm changing the pitch, the intonation, these are other words people would use, the movement of pitch, low and high in a word. I'm also using the ability to stress out words that are more important to me. I hope this has helped. If you want to know a little bit more, or perhaps get your voice checked out, or your communication, or just find out what is triggering your communication to sound a particular way, call me at www.mariapalicano.com and have a look at some of my packages around voice coaching for business or some mentoring around public speaking. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you.